Is we live? Is we live? Oh, I need to plug this in. What am I doing? Wait a minute. Need to do one thing. There we go. And we are live. Jeez. Oh my god. This stream about to be crazy. Let's get the game on. It's about to start in 4 minutes. I'm excited, man. I'm so excited. I swear, if England don't redeem themselves after the World Cup. Oh, us. We're here. Oh, guys, if you whoever's in the stream, if you have an iPhone or I think you can do it on Android. I don't know if you can do it on the computer or anything like that. But there's this fantasy football thing that I want to try and do, where you can pick 4 players from the match that's about to play. And you could potentially, I think you could win money from playing it. So I might actually do that. Nathan, yo, what's good? What is good, so? It's hot, man. Why is it so hot? It is boiling hot, man.
Proudest moment of
everyone, welcome.
Lineups careers so far. 6 of the team also started the World Cup semi-final against Croatia 3 years ago, including free kick scorer.
This is a must-win game, man.
At left back,
it really is.
Luke Shaw and Ben Chilwell.
Can you lot hear the game audio? Like the commentary.
Calvin Phillips, Mason Mount and Phil Foden. But the clamour to select Jack
Let me know if you
Grealish
can hear
from the
the
start has
commentary.
not extended to Gareth Southgate. He stays loyal to Raheem
That's a
Sterling,
weird lineup. That's a very weird lineup.
Goals in his last 16
to play
England
Trippier
games.
at left back instead of Shaw or Chilwell is very weird. Modric is captaining Croatia, obviously, and so is captaining England.
Sent off 2 players in his last game. That was the Serie B playoff final at the end of May.
20 seconds
Venezia against Cittadella.
Until we start. This should have been the opening game on Friday. This should have been the opening. Was it Friday?
Game 1, so
I think it was Friday.
I'm
French.
As does
Can you say? Wait.
Just his second international match with Rangers.
I don't know if I said that right.
All familiar names, including striker Andre Kramaric, who couldn't get past Jamie Vardy into Leicester's team, but he has gone on to score 95 goals for the German side, Hoffenheim.
I'm excited, man. I don't know if I said it right, Nathan.
Foden's new hairstyle has been hitting the headlines. All down to his dazzling feet now. We know all about the skills and the experience and the know-how of Luka Modric. Countdown to kick-off is on in glorious Wembley sunshine.
And I think we've kicked off.
Temperature
Wait,
around about
let me change. I'm going to change the the view for you.
As England's players
It
take
should
the
have.
knee.
Why is it showing that? I don't know why it's showing that to you.
Get the game started. Heard all those statistics about never having won their opening game at a European Championship. If you exclude losing in the penalty shootout to Germany in Euro '96, they've never lost a major tournament game at Wembley. We'll go with that one, Julian.
Yeah, that's the better one, I think, to go with. It's going to be interesting, though.
Is it fixed for you lot? Yeah, there we go. There we go.
With the pressures of this game
there
today.
We go.
This young England side. We're up against the.
Let's go, man. England, I swear you better win this game.
Been together for a long period of time. A couple of changes in there, but
England do not win.
Coming into this game.
Joe. Oh yeah, let me put a link.
Walker back to Jordan Pickford. There's only Harry Maguire missing from the regular back line.
I'm going to put a link in the chat for you guys.
The regular lineup that started
just
against
in case some of you are from other countries, or I don't know. Just in case you can't watch it and you want to try a link. That's the link I'm using. Hopefully it works for you lot.
Look, I think it was obviously a tough decision from Gareth Southgate, and we heard his comments before the game. He felt like he needed that added bit of experience. He knows Kieran Trippier well, and if you add to that, you know, looking in the side, we haven't got that many set piece takers either, in all honesty. And
I think that's a bad choice from Southgate
stage in a
to play Trippier, a right-foot player at left back. I think that's
that
poor.
might have been an element to his decision also.
Rice. John Stones. Don't expect to see a high-tempo game all the way through the 90 minutes. You just can't do that in conditions like this. Players in the Premier League don't play in this heat all too often.
No, they don't, but they're going to have to get used to it. They're going to have to adapt. You can see already that Croatia are trying to kind of impose themselves a lot higher up the pitch than maybe a lot would have thought, but it is about keeping the ball.
So far, the game looks alright. England look calm. There's a few players that are very questionable, though.
And Phillips finds Stones. Walker. Sterling came across to give him a short pass option. It's going to be a free kick for Croatia. Ivan Perisic is still around delivering the goods. Scorer in the semi-final against Gareth Southgate's side 3 years ago, and then in the final.
Let me see something.
Croatia's defeat to France. Zlatko Dalic's team don't come into this tournament with any great form. They've only won 2 of their last 9 games. Those were World Cup qualifiers at the end of March against Cyprus and Malta. And they do have a long-standing reputation as always being able to turn it on at tournament time. First rendition after kickoff, the song that upsets one.
Let's get a win, man.
And others.
To be fair, I don't know why Sterling is starting.
There's Modric.
Sterling hasn't been great this season.
Modric trying to feed Kovacic with a way through. Chance to cross and again. England have pretty much everybody back in the box. Modric tries to weave through. The whistle has gone in England's favour. Daniele Osato spotted a handball.
If it was that, or whether the ball had hit him. I think the ball hit him, so he's going to retake it. But I think what Luka Modric is really upset with is that's where he comes to life in that moment, and he's angry because he's at the ball, he's got the ball, and he's running all of a sudden for
really and truly, we should back up Croatia.
That situation rather than where he is.
Our team is a lot more talented than a lot more talented than Croatia. It's just Croatia they do have very good players.
The Salco, and
They
over
have
the
very
head
good
of
players.
the Atletico Madrid right back.
Christian
One of them
Ross.
anyway.
Alright, yo, what's good?
Kieran Trippier's the other. Directly head-to-head down this side of the field.
Sorry, I'm just snacking because I'm hungry, man.
Foden moving nicely in front of it.
Okay, Foden.
Phil Foden hits the
Oh, Foden!
nearly came back to him.
Foden's hit the post. First shot of the
Rondo
game.
managed to clear. First glimpse of Phil Foden's fantastic talent.
Flipping out.
Nothing will faze him.
No, and as you can see there, he was cool as he needed to be. Phil Foden.
Alright, I can't show the game. I cannot show.
A nice little counter attack.
If I show the game, my channel's gone. Oh, sorry, I can't. I've given a link in the I've given a link in the chat. You can try that link. It might work for you.
Safely back in Jordan Pickford's possession.
Has it started? Yeah, it started. Right, it's cap. What's cap?
It's going away.
What's cap?
The old heads of the team, Kyle Walker. Easy for
That was a really
ultimately.
good shot from Foden.
Yeah, it's good positioning there.
On his left as well. Is he?
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure he's right-footed.
Exactly for those kind of moments. The insurance policy.
He's definitely right-footed.
Break down and play.
Sterling. Doesn't quite get there.
Here's this chance. We just knew what Phil
Show the
Foden
game.
had him
I
what
can't
he
show
wanted.
the game. I don't know why you're.
His way. He was
It's a
gonna
watch
dictate what
along.
he wanted to do.
I've put in the title.
He
It is
shifts
a
it
watch
there.
along.
He's so
I
close
can't
and
show
he
the
just
game,
bending
or
into that
I'll get my
bottom corner.
channel
Keeper's
like
got
my
absolutely
channel's
no
gone.
chance.
I can't show the game.
What a dream
How is
start
the
that would have
title
been
cap?
for him
It
and
says
for
watch
England.
along.
Inside of the post. Another day.
Some of you lot can't read.
Back in off the keeper's legs.
Live stream watch along.
Fine margins.
Some of you lot need to. I don't know if you're in school. You need to go back to school if you're not,
Why, you know that they're going to play
because it
forward
says
quickly.
live stream watch along.
Foden immediately knows
You're
he's
on
got
YouTube
better
looking for the game
beating,
like
sorry,
anyone's gonna stream it.
Guardiola.
The actual
I think
game.
instantly he backed off the defender. He was worried. He was nervous. That's a good sign.
Trippier with a good ball for Mason Mount. Just to get away from the first challenge that came in from Domagoj Vida. He's a fearsome competitor. Sterling gets it through to Mason Mount. There's Sterling again. Sterling down. It was a solid block tackle from Chileta.
Yes, sir.
Corner given.
Oh, it's really good play though. That is
England
left-hand
started
side.
well.
A little bit of skill there from Raheem Sterling.
England started very well.
I'm just thinking here, he does so well to get himself onside, but kind of gets his feet just muddled up. I think he tries to chop back and make something happen. Can he just try and get that ball to Phil Foden? It's a difficult one. Chileta in the end did really well.
Where can we watch?
Really
I've
lovely
given
start for
I've
Raheem
given
Sterling involved.
a link. I've given a there's a link at the top of the chat. I pinned it. You can try that link. That's what I'm watching it
On the
through.
corner. Stone was hoping to be on the end of it. And that's fired back into the crowd by
Oh
Calvin
my
Phillips.
god.
Croatia managed to get it away.
In England,
England are
they,
starting
or in
really
the
strong
UK, they're
here.
showing it for free on BBC, I think. So if you're not from the UK,
Watch the game, didn't
you
we,
can try the
Ryan?
link that I've
The game,
used. If
sorry,
not, you
Italy
just have
game
to search the web
in the week.
for streaming sites and stuff like that.
The
Because
energy
I don't
of
have
the
links for
crowd
every
brought to that
country.
game and the performance
If
that
I
the
did, I
Italians
would
put on the day
put it in the chat.
had a huge impact, and these England
But
players
I don't
are
have links for every
definitely
country,
responding to what,
unfortunately.
you know, the England fans are bringing at the minute.
Mount.
England look like they're controlling the game, to be fair.
Walker to Foden. Whenever he gets on the ball,
They do look like they're controlling the game.
Stone's forced to think again.
I need to trim my moustache, man. My moustache is growing too long.
England throw.
Abdul, what are you doing, man? I mean, I'm
It's Calvin
watching
Phillips' effort.
the England match.
It's a good strike. You have to keep his eye on it all the
But
way.
the links in the description are your... No, the link at the top of the chat. the link at the top of the chat. There's a pinned there's a pinned comment or whatever. There's a link. There's a oh my gosh. There's a link at the top of the chat. It's in blue. It says my name, I am Legacy, and then it says it shows the link which you can click on.
Questioning, should he start?
I never said description. In the chat, there's a link.
Jordan Henderson. He seems right up for it today.
Sterling to Mount, brilliant body shape. Phillips. Walker makes progress.
That link, it should work for you. I hope it does. But if it doesn't, you might just have to surf the web to try and find the link.
Busy.
Because that's the link that works for me, and I'm like in the UK, so I've had a few people say that it doesn't work for them, and they've been from other countries.
Dito Livakovic came through a pair of legs on its way to him.
England players booed. They got booed. Why did England get booed? Oh.
It's Kane.
Foden. Go on, Foden.
To that left foot again.
Oh, that's a bad pass.
Not close enough to Mason.
That's a
Sterling
very bad
takes
pass.
Over. Croatia can get the ball away.
Croatia are very defensive. Like, straight away you can tell they're very defensive.
Kovacic.
Come on, Croatia. Nah. Are you supporting Croatia? Are you Croatian?
Straight out by Brozovic. Brilliant, brilliant.
You just don't like
England
England.
players. The start of the game.
What is a scam?
Really
Bro,
well.
look at the
They're
title.
really mixing up the attack
What is a
here.
scam? Look at the title. It says Watchalong. It is not a scam. Like, what? You lot can't read. Oh my god. Are the generations to come? I'm worried.
Sterling and Foden that can cause
I'm
problems.
worried. People can't read. I haven't changed the title. It says live stream watch along.
Mount.
The same thing that all the big YouTubers do, that Mark Goldbridge does, that Poet does. Okay, now fam. You're Scottish? Ah, yeah, okay, yeah. That's why. That's why you want Croatia to win. Then, if Croatia do win, though, that puts a lot of pressure on England for the Scotland game. That puts a lot of pressure. Because that's the game that England would have to win. Because if they don't, then Scotland could actually... They could actually take England's place. Born in Scotland, family in Croatia. Oh!
Brozovic.
So, who are you going to support when Croatia and Scotland play each other? Are you just hoping they get a draw?
Vida. This is what Croatia have needed. A spell on the ball, at least. Guardiol.
You don't know how to use the link.
Stretch to get it.
What do you mean you don't know how to use it? Like, it's not working? Or you don't know where to go when it directs you to the site?
Tyrone Mings. Now to Sterling.
Scotland and draw. Oh, okay. One sec. Stop England from Indonesia. Jeez.
I'll tell you one thing I really like already, guys. You know, the Rice and Phillips.
Why are you dabbing in the chat?
You know, Declan is playing much deeper. You know, usually we see them next to each other, and they almost kind of want to go and get the same ball and do the same thing. Calvin Phillips now playing much higher. He's almost next to Harry Kane as it stands. And that's so much better for a midfield player when you're off the lines and you can nick things around the corner, and you know full well that actually I'm going to go and get the ball off the centre half, and you go and try and pick up bits and pieces, second balls, and already that seems to be working.
Rice is the guard in front of the defenders.
Actually, funny. You know what? I don't care.
That was Pickford. Wasn't his greatest clearance. Brozovic. Trippier just checks his bearings.
Yeah, if you've joined the stream, please help me out. Hit the like button, because we've got people disliking the stream because I'm not showing the match on YouTube, which I don't understand.
Rice.
Why you're trying to watch the match on YouTube, but anyway.
Stones.
Yeah, so if you're on the stream, do me a favor and hit the like button. Help me out with the algorithm, the search, all of that, blah blah. I'd really appreciate it.
Sterling, first time.
Oh.
Collect. Vida's hook isn't successfully clear.
Yeah, because what's it called? There are people joining the stream expecting to watch, and fair enough if you don't know about how YouTube works and stuff like that. But like people have come in the stream and talking about oh, it's a scam, this is cap, blah blah. It literally says Watchalong in the title.
Okay, he just dropped out of it.
Yeah,
tried to lead a
it's
charge
right,
into the Croatian penalty area.
Do me a favour, hit the like button.
Phillips down, and the referee will stop play, and will give England.
I think we're going to see a goal in the first half.
So.
You have to download the VPN first.
Arguing, but probably arguing about that challenge there from Phillips. Actually, he'll be fortunate to get away with it on Brozovic, but he does.
I appreciate just listening into the audio of the game. He's travelling into our phone.
Who brought him down?
What channel is on? I'm pretty sure it's on BBC.
For a strike.
It should be in BBC.
Straight away
in BBC. It should be on BBC. That's where I'm watching it. Anyway.
It's definitely too far out. Strike. It's actually
myself and I like you. Some
kind of a difficult one to
watch along and don't talk. Yeah, I mean, like when it comes to football, I talk too much. In fact, so I'm always gonna talk.
Maybe shift it and let Mason Mount just put his foot through it.
The VPN, yeah. So I'm not sure if you need a VPN. I mean, it would help. It would definitely help if you have a VPN because you could change your location.
Lift over the top for Kane.
Oh, England! Kane nearly scored a header.
He's raised.
Oh, it was offside.
Too early.
But yeah, it would obviously help if you have a VPN so you could change your location to England. But if not, then you'll have to find another site that
just went a bit too soon, Harry.
Where there's servers in your country. Because I'm in Australia and it's not on TV here. Try what do you say your name? Rad. Rad is red. Red is red. Try the link that I've put in the chat. If that doesn't work,
gives chase.
Literally just go on Google and type in Croatia versus England free online or something, and it should come up with loads of streaming sites that are showing it. Or if you search really carefully on like YouTube and Twitch, you can find people that are streaming the game, but the chances are that their channel will get taken down. Like
nerves are all about the build-up and
someone catches
what people
on.
make of the game. You know, this team has come out fearless, in my opinion. I think for most players, once you get that first touch, that bit of fresh air, you're good to go. You're in game mode.
I feel like England will actually score this half. They look. Ooh.
England are in press mode again. Foden.
Foden is he's a baller, man. He is a baller. I wouldn't play him on the wing.
Oh! A good shot.
Phillips.
The referee has deemed that it should be a free kick to Croatia. It was a foul by
it was a free kick. That was a good shot though, on his left again.
Teo Kovacic just kind of running the ball off.
He did foul him. But yeah.
Calvin Phillips just letting him know he's not going to have that. He's solid in there, Calvin. Loves the tackle.
I did that, mate. And you
waistcoat required in these temperatures.
You can eat what? I don't know what that says.
Intercepted by Mount.
Yo, what's good, Obito?
Mason Mount full of energy. Trippier.
You want Croatia first, Scotland second, because there's no way we are getting first. England third. Oh, now you're a hater. No, you never know. You never know. England are quite bad.
I think Trippier's had a really good start to this game. But
we always have good teams and then we play bad.
A left-sided fullback. He just takes a touch and whips that across the 6-yard box.
Yeah, like, okay, so Recon, I mean, he's doing some self-promotion, 100%. But you can go, if you want to watch the actual match, he said he's streaming it on Twitch. So you can check out his Twitch and watch it there.
Mount. Phillips with another break from midfield. And here's Raheem Sterling.
Sterling, finish it.
Not enough on the chip to find Phillips nor Foden.
Yeah, I wouldn't play Foden at
With a bit of a hack away.
on the wing,
Come again.
just because I don't think he has the pace to be on the wing. But
This time by
he's done all right so far. I would prefer Foden through the centre, like a number 10.
It's a really impressive start, isn't it? I mean, Croatia
playing
are
in
all
that
over the
centre
place
attacking
at the minute.
mid role.
They can't handle
And then
the
have
pace
more
that England are
pacey
playing
players
at
on the wing.
when they
I
don't
don't know
have the
why
ball.
he
England are
started
winning it
Sterling.
quick,
Sterling's
things like
had
that.
a bad
Turning too
season.
easy.
He's had a bad
Brilliant
season.
from an England point of view.
And this is why I
you would
think
say is,
Southgate
period
isn't
of
the
the
man
play that they need
for
to
England because he's
capitalise
got
on.
too much loyalty to certain players.
Seen Mount able to
Sterling's had a terrible
take it and
season. It
spin
starts
2 or 3 times
like
already.
one of the biggest games we're going to
Sterling's
have
done
in
the
this
same thing.
group.
You know, he's quite happy to do this, knock it around. The next minute, he's gone. He's in behind you.
Yeah, I just like he's taken Ben White instead of taking like a James Ward-Prowse. He's taken players that aren't fit. Like I don't know, man. I just think I don't think Southgate is the man for the job. England bad, mate, bro. You have a World Cup. I don't need someone's been in the World Cup. 22 years to get in the Euros. Yeah, but I mean, like we had the World Cup in what 66.
It's a lovely ball. This
We've been waiting damn
Can't tell you
near
how good that ball is.
60
Brilliant
years
touch.
to even get
Just
back
looking for
into.
someone at the far
Wait,
post
is
there,
it to get
Raheem
back into the
Sterling.
final, or to even just win?
It's the
Let's
run
just
that
say
I like.
to win. It's taken us
That willingness to run in behind.
still
and
60
make
plus years.
defenders think that's what's going to
All
create
around that.
all those spaces in front for Mason Mount or Calvin.
And really and
Phillips.
truly, with the squads we've had, we should have won another
Sterling,
World
the
Cup,
most
but
experienced international player in
we
the England
didn't.
squad.
When we
61
had like
caps.
Beckham, Scholes, Gerrard, like some of the best
41
English
goals
players of
thanks
all
to
time, all in like one team.
Wonderful recent run of
and
goal
they
scoring
still
form
don't
for his
win.
country. The one thing that's missing from his CV at the moment is a goal at a major tournament.
Yeah, love that, especially here.
His
Who
manner.
Exactly that. A place he grew up
Who
as a boy.
have England got in goal?
And to do it in a major
just
tournament
gonna
would be
check.
special for him.
England have Pickford in goal. Who's on the bench? Dean Henderson, Sam Johnston. Is Pope injured? Is Nick Pope injured? Because I would have thought that Pope would have been starting or at least like in the squad. Is he injured or did he just not take him? Oh yeah, and back to what I was saying about Southgate. I just realised by looking at someone's name, I don't understand how he's taken Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who started the season amazing. He started amazing, and then he just fell off. He just totally crumbled. But you don't take players like Jamie Vardy or Bamford, who's had very good seasons. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think his loyalties are in the wrong place. What team do I support? What, like my national team or actual like club team? My club team is Man United.
Didn't trip him.
And obviously my national team, I'm supporting England. Even though I don't think they're going to win. I think France, Portugal or Belgium will win the Euros.
Salco trying to get one down the right hand side and Luka Modric on that occasion.
I don't really see anyone else winning.
Constantly looking over his shoulder to check Luka Modric's whereabouts. Hard man to track.
Oh, that's a good
cross
cross.
from the Salco, well met by Tyrone Mings.
That was a very good cross. Ling live what? Ling live Croatia? You mean long live?
Showered in praise after the 2 warm-up friendlies.
I hope you mean long live. If you're speaking in other languages, I don't speak any other language, so I don't know what you're saying, honestly.
Kovacic.
Like, not in a disrespectful way. I genuinely don't know what you're saying.
It's going nowhere. It's the teenager, Joško Guardiol. Unsurprisingly, with that surname, has the nickname Little Pep.
It's coming home. Well, I hope it is.
Special for that.
This shot right here from Foden on his left foot,
There's one of Pep's
that would have been such a... Oh, it's hit like close to the inside. It's hit close to the inside of the post as well, so it could have easily just bounced in.
When he had all that space, just thinking, just find the bottom
Who
corner
do
for me.
you think? Do you know what? The way it started so far, England look like they are a lot more dangerous than Croatia. So far. Obviously it's football. Anything can happen.
England's throw.
Like you could dominate the whole game and still lose, like 4-1. So it honestly doesn't matter.
There's Raheem Sterling.
Sterling, what are you doing? This is why you should be starting. What are you doing?
Quite in the impressive category. England a little bit becalmed since that opening.
Yes, I support United, but I like Steven Gerrard more than Scholes. Because I like Rangers. Their manager, Steven. Nah. How can you like Gerrard more than Scholes? Nah, you're a traitor. You're a traitor.
Croatian community inside Wembley
Gerrard he's a decent manager. He's a decent manager. I think this is like his first job, and he's been undefeated in the league, which is like amazing. Go on, Mings. That was nice from Mings. That was nice.
Modric.
Mings is quite good. He's tall, fast, strong. Might not be the smartest, but he does his job.
Trippier, though, couldn't stop his Atletico teammate Vasalko.
Rihanna Rose, yo, what's good?
But it was a rushed finish from
Johnny?
Ivan Perisic.
Johnny Crash. Yo.
Yeah, we just need to be a little careful here. It's 2 or 3 crosses.
This is why
into the box now that
Luke Shaw should be playing, or Chilwell.
Tyra and Mings actually did quite well.
Am I going to show the game? I can't show the game because I'll get my channel taken down. But if you want to watch the game, I'll put a link at the top of the chat, which hopefully it works and you can find the match. If not, you might have to search the web. Just type in like Croatia versus England 3 online or something.
A long conversation between Jordan Pickford and John Stones deciding what to do with this. Pickford went back
Alex
to
RW19.
page 1 of the manual eventually.
There's a stream today.
Keep hitting Raheem Sterling with these long balls. I don't know if you've watched Raheem Sterling play for Man City for the last 4 or 5 years.
Your link didn't work. If the link doesn't work, like I said, you are gonna have to find a link yourself then, or you can try and search YouTube for hidden streams, because people would have hidden their like titles and stuff like that, so that their channels don't get taken down.
Modric.
You can also
The run of
web blocked. Yeah. Maybe if you have a VPN, change your location.
Found a ball into the box. Kramaric.
Yeah, no loss in the season. It was
Croatia settling.
so good. We stopped in a row for Celtic.
Swinger from Vasalko.
Yeah, I thought Celtic have been dominating that Scottish league.
Yeah, Luka Modric just.
I'm Croatian, so yeah.
Okay, yeah. Starting to get on the ball a little bit more.
You're going to be supporting
things
Croatia.
Happen for this
easily.
Croatian side. A couple of diagonal balls. I think it was Frank that was talking just before the game about closing down the spaces. When you're dealing with somebody like Luka Modric, it's really important.
I swear, England better get a goal today. First off. That's crazy. The likes and dislikes. 24 and 24.
Closing down there was done by Ante Rebic.
I don't get it though. Unless you don't like me, which is very understandable. No, but I do have. Am I blind or can I see live stream Watchalong?
Lost track of where Kieran Trippier was going to be.
I don't know. How you doing? I'm good.
Slightly accusing look from one to the other.
Afolabi, there's a link at the top of the chat that I've put. It might work, it might not work for you. It's working for me, but
Mings.
because you're
enough to see it out.
It depends on what country you're in.
Considerable pressure being applied.
don't know if you're using VPN. No, I'm not using VPN. I'm from the UK, so this link works for me. This link is working for me.
Just a quick couple of diary reminders for you. Euro 2020 highlights
You know,
tonight,
some people
BBC
don't
One,
talk, I just show the game.
11:15, and then tomorrow,
Yeah.
attention turns to Scotland's
Got it,
opener
like-
against the Czech
I
Republic.
actually really like streaming,
1:15,
especially when it comes to like football
afternoon.
matches. The only bad
Followed
thing
by
is
Spain against
people
Sweden
come
at
to the
7:30.
people come to the stream
All day.
expecting to watch the match when I
In the
can't show
sunshine
it.
too.
Like
Terrific.
if I could show it, I would show it. I'm not just trying to be difficult and you know what's it called?
Pitch sides.
Clickbait and all of that, blah,
Terrific
blah.
start here, despite
Like
not
I
doing
genuinely
enough.
can't
The
show
goal
it,
has just subsided.
which is why I put Watchalong in the title.
Sometimes as a player,
So I'm
as a
not
team,
just
it takes you
trying
a
to
while
make
to
life
just
difficult.
figure things
Trust
out.
me, I would definitely show it.
As high as
Because if
Croatia
the
was
views,
playing
if
to
you
pride
showed
me a
it,
little bit.
would be insane.
And
But
maybe in that midfield for Croatia, it's just,
No.
they've had a half an hour spell
We're not
just
there.
hanging on whilst they figure
even big YouTubers,
the
they can't show it.
formation and the tactics out of
Even big
of
YouTubers,
England,
they
but
can't show matches.
definitely coming into it in these last 5 minutes.
They don't even really and truly. A lot of big YouTubers don't even
19-year-old who's really growing into the game.
let the commentary and stuff like that be heard.
Mings comes across. And Stone's a little blindsided by
Is
it.
football coming home? I hope so. I hope it's coming home. What's going on?
Really good burst from
What kind of defending is this?
Kovacic. Perisic
I came to see if people would talk.
pulls it back, and it was Declan Rice who dropped in to prevent the ball from reaching Rebic. You can feel,
We need
we talked about nerves
to
in the
get a
players,
goal
you can feel
first
the nerves
half, England, man.
from the England supporters just at the moment.
Modric absolutely sent. I don't know who that was. Maybe Declan Rice. He sent, or Mason Mount. He sent him to the shop. One
Brozovic,
little
plenty of time
body
to assess
fake
his
and
options, and
Rice
the flap
or
of the
whoever
hands
it was
tells you that
gone.
he doesn't feel they were enough.
Yeah, people small do it to
He had
get
a
big,
lot of
and
time to
when you
decide
get
what he
big,
wanted to do with it, and that was
you'll get banned. And you
something
just-
that wasn't happening
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
in the early part of the game.
Like I'd rather just build up slowly, you know,
It was
build a
discussed
community.
before the game. England's usual
and
high
then
pressing.
obviously when you get as
game, or
big,
the
when you get
plans
as big
do
as
that.
like some people like
It's not
Poet,
possible
Drew Geordie, all
for
of
an hour
that,
and a half
then the
continuous.
dislikes
You've just
aren't
got to take
as
your
crazy.
moments. You know, and those
But people are
moments
disliking
like,
the stream
we're
because
waiting
one, they don't
now,
know
and,
me.
you know, Croatia knock
They're
it
not
around, and at this point
supporters
as
or
a
anything
player,
like that,
usually you're
and they're
waiting
expecting
for
to
you know, a bad pass or
watch the
something
match,
that's a little bit
which,
tight, and you think,
you
right,
know,
and then once
it's live,
one
innit?
player goes, that's the decision made. The whole team will go.
puck by one. What? Come on, England. Yes.
Pick your moments, or in England language,
Can I tell you something
you've got to
cool?
hold and give,
Go
but
ahead.
do it at the right time.
You didn't.
It's not a cue for you to rap, but I'm sure you know it off by heart.
Oh, I was close. I was really close.
It's been good to hear the old tunes.
It's so hot
built
today,
up
man.
to today and the
So
tournament in
hot.
general.
I genuinely want to jump in like an ice bath right now. Just relax.
England's first major
It's
tournament
way
match
too hot.
at Wembley since Euro '96.
It's a good feeling, isn't it? Hearing that national anthem being sung.
Different feeling being here. Foden.
My auntie is a
Walker.
footballer and played in the Girls World
Couldn't
Cup
find the
and
return
have an
pass.
England penalty. Seriously?
He's having a bit of a nightmare.
Wait, who did? Wait, she plays for England.
Look at this for a touch. What a
Foden
play.
is amazing.
I think one of the
He is
big things that
amazing.
England
How old
have
is he?
kinda
Like
come
20,
away from,
21?
which happened just
He is
here
very
actually
good.
as well. Was
I just don't
was a
think I would.
lovely
I
ball
just.
from Calvin
I don't want
Phillips
him
over the
on the
top.
wing. I want him
In
through the
the early
centre.
stages, we had a couple on his
I want
left-hand
him
side with Mings.
like as a centre attacking
and
mid,
Trippier over the
not a
top
winger.
to Raheem
I don't.
Sterling.
He doesn't have the pace for
I
that,
think it
in my
just-
opinion.
It got us playing on the front foot. We're able to press a bit higher. We've gone back into a bit of a let's just pass it for the sake of passing it kind of mode for the last 10-15 minutes, and that suits Croatia much more than it suits us.
There's Modric. Passing always suits him. Guardian. Walker in the way.
Come on.
England goal kick.
And your auntie gave England a penalty. Oh my gosh. Flipping out. What team do you think Kane will go to? I hope, yeah, I really hope if Man United don't try and get Haaland, if Man United don't try and get Haaland, I hope United go for Kane, and I think it's very realistic. The teams I see Kane going to in the Prem, I think he'll be United, City, or he'll go abroad, like a Real Madrid or a Barcelona or something like that. Something like that. But
almost nicked it.
to be honest, I don't see him leaving England just because when you're that close to break him, well, he's not close. But when you've got so many years left and you can genuinely break Shearer's goal scoring record, I don't see why you would leave. But I think he'll go City or United. I don't see him going Liverpool.
The referee was not impressed.
You are the best. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. I was like, yo, what's good? Yeah, no, nasty slay. I can see him going City or United, but not Liverpool. I don't see him going Liverpool. I don't think they would put up the money for that.
Stones. Trippier.
So I think spin there now, Sterling. Get him behind. You know, make him run the other way. That was the moment there. You got all the space.
Croatia are playing very defensive.
Together, you know the pitch.
They're sitting back.
Probably hold up the ball.
Letting us pass the ball around.
Links to Trippier. Sterling is holding a position left. Now he moves. And moves really nicely. Foden.
Oh, foul, ref.
Down, spiralling to the floor.
Ref.
Right on the edge of the penalty area.
We've definitely got the beating of them in those wide areas. The more you can get the ball to Sterling, the more you can get the ball to Phil Foden. Things are going to happen in this game for England.
Honestly,
just got to give them the ball.
The one from Walker. Which may be an ominous sign, we'll see. He's going to find Jordan Pickford clearly this time, and does. Kramaric. Tyrone Mings. Harry Kane, who's barely had a touch this afternoon.
No, he's had a kick.
No, United have too many stickers. Oh, strikers. They just got Cavani.
That's one now.
No, United apparently we might be loaning out Martial to
Phillips.
Real Madrid, and Cavani isn't like we only have two strikers. We actually only have two strikers.
Now Mount.
Can I get a shout out? I mean, yeah, shout out to Mainland. I love the support, man. It genuinely means a lot.
Rice.
Yeah, now like this match, just like it seems like
the run of Phillips getting forward again.
Chill. It seems like it's chill, relaxed. Like no.
Play that role too often that he didn't time his run.
It's like 7 minutes.
Just
7 minutes until
a little bit too quick.
half time.
Just catches himself offside, but
another half
at the time. There was a
goalless.
lot of players are standing and looking at Trippier, and it needed that run from deep. As I said before, I'm enjoying how he's adapted.
Yeah,
that
because he's
role.
Scottish.
Not just
Will you go Wembley if England go to the final? If England go to the final, I will try my best to go Wembley. I will genuinely try my best, and I'll try and vlog it and stuff like that. But I don't see them going to the final. I want them to. I want them to. I just don't see them going to it.
We're only matter of minutes away
I
from
really
now.
don't.
Flag up for offside here.
You can watch the game, but I'm watching you.
England free kick.
I mean, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. If you do want to watch the game at the same time, or if you want to watch it instead, honestly, no hard feelings, man. Because it's always better to watch the game. For most people, anyway.
Yeah, they will be used. And I think that's where England have an advantage with the depth that they have. I was a bit disappointed to see Sancho on the bench today.
Oh, England. That's right, man.
Needed.
We actually kind of need to win this game as well. Because if we don't win this game and Scotland win their game, who's that too?
Behind. Yeah, squads of 26,
Kyle Walker,
but you
you
can only
just
name
kicked it
23
to no
on
one.
any given match day. So those that have missed out for England today are Harry Maguire. We know about his ankle injury.
Yeah, if Scotland win their game
for the final group game against the Czech
and
Republic,
then England
Ben
lose this
Chilwell,
game,
who's been left out, and this
then there's a lot of
Jermaine
pressure on
Jadon
England
Sancho.
when we face Scotland. Alright, yeah, you're getting timed out because...
Jordan Henderson's on there.
Yeah, you're getting timed out. I don't... Why do people do that?
Modric.
Like, we get your message. We seen it once.
It's Brozovic. Guardiol's made good ground again. Perisic. Guardiol wouldn't have got onto that anyway, but wasn't helped by...
From Indonesia.
Taking a tumble in front of him.
You got Indonesia.
Subdued feel approaching half-time. Crowd are doing their best now to change that.
Yeah, they're just trying to lift the players a little bit. They've lost their way in the last 10 minutes of this game. It's really slowed down. I mean, it's very hot. This has worked every time, though.
Go on, Sterling. Go on, Sterling.
And Sterling
Why?
goes down to ground.
Is it a foul?
The referee says he handled it.
Okay, it's a foul. Yeah, it's a foul. It's a foul.
He gets a yellow card for it too.
The app needs
Sterling's
VPN.
been brilliant in
What
this
app?
first half, I have to say. He's been a real thorn in their side. And you can see there it is on ball. Let us start.
We've got a free kick on the edge of the box. Maybe this is why.
You know, every
Maybe
time Raheem has done that, they
this
don't
is
know
why.
how to live with him.
What's it called?
And it's actually when we've been at our best as well. He's been the
Trippier's
one
playing
player
instead
that's
of
really
Luke Shaw.
kind of
Maybe.
took the game at the top end of the pitch. We need to try and get a bit more out of Harry Kane. I'd like to see him make some of those runs as well as come deep.
And this one is Kieran Trippier's
Who's going
range.
to take it?
Maybe in Mason
Trippier. It has
Mount's
to be
sights.
Trippier. Mason Mount can't take free kicks like that, can he?
Remembering exactly where they were when he stuck this one in the top bin in the semi-final. We're hoping he can do the same again.
He can't take free
Goal
kicks,
that
can he?
Kieran Trippier has scored for
Oh,
his
I
country.
think he can actually. Yeah.
This is his 29th international appearance. He will be raking up those memories here. They'll be flashing through his mind.
If he can score this before half time,
Mason Mount will be asking the question, can I? But I don't think he's going to get the answer he wants.
Trippier's got to get first go, hasn't he?
go on
Let's see.
Trippier or Mount. Yeah, 100%. They're gonna go for the. They're going for goal. 100%.
Up steps Trippier, straight into the top of the wall this time, hands under the top of his head.
It was all right.
And quick to get the ball alive once more. The referee's given that one against Raheem Sterling.
He obviously felt it was close.
Come on, man.
His hands on his head. I'm guessing it's hit Perisic right in the face. Yep, right on top of his head.
That looked like it was goal bound.
Really strong wall.
That does look like it was on the way to goal.
The back of the net.
Scored in the 5th minute of that semi-final.
Hey, don't
Moscow.
let the likes,
England
don't
led
let the
at half-time.
dislikes
Look as though they're going to
outdo the
win
likes.
this one.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Help me out. Hit the like button. Don't let the dislikes win. She's a runner, she's a track star. Oh man, I'm hot. I've got to play foot champs as well,
Came in
man.
quickly. Croatia's
I've
ball.
got to play FIFA.
Vasalko. Modric.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
It's Kovacic. John Stones who strode out to win the ball. And Walker conceded defeat in the race to Guardiol. Croatia
If
getting
they
busy,
score, no.
almost getting
Oh.
through.
Give him a red
Against
card,
Scotland from
red
doing
card.
that. He took a blow in doing some
I think that was
dutiful defending
Perisic.
for his
that
country.
is-
Yeah, he did well there, Tyrone.
If he got through
A
there,
lot going on. He was kind of
Oh,
finding
yeah.
himself in a good position. Not only won the ball, but won the free kick with it as
if
well.
he got through there, Perisic got through there, that was a goal, 100%.
He's had a good first half. Tyrone Mings settled into the game nicely.
Even Che Adams is better than him. I don't know about that.
Story when you see him at
I don't know about that.
International tournament. It's only as recently as 2012 when he
Calvert-Lewin is definitely good. It's just there are other strikers
Town and Chippenham before he got
that they should have. That should be ahead, like Vardy, like Bamford.
Players released by clubs up and down the country over the last few weeks and months.
They are defending for their lives right now.
Never that far away. But it is half-time.
Oh, that's half-time.
In game for England and Croatia.
Oh, that's a bit boring.
Southgate's team
That's a bit
started
boring.
impressively on the front foot, forcing Croatia back. It's
Yeah,
even up quite
England definitely
considerably since
started.
then.
They
Phil
started
Foden's still the closest
on,
to a
yeah,
couple
on
of
the front
scoring
foot.
with a shot that came back off the inside of the post. And
Oh,
Calvin
Foden,
Phillips
if
was impressed
that
going
shot went in,
forward
man,
too. At
that would
half-time,
have been
though,
such
it
a good
is
shot,
England
man.
0, Croatia 0.
Yes, no goals in the first half, but some encouraging football being played by England, particularly in the first half of the first half. And overall, I would think, you know, we don't usually see many goals in the first half of these tournaments. I think only Belgium have done that so far. But overall, pretty impressive, really.
Yeah, the first half goals have been very scarce. Give me 2 minutes, right? I'm going to be back. I just need to do something quickly. Give me 2 minutes.
They passed with pace. There was an energy about their game. They were creating 1 or 2 chances, and that would be my only worry. Is everything has been very, very good. Other than when we were on top, I was just perhaps looking for that goal. Slightly unlucky with Foden, but in the main, I think they've been excellent.
How do you evaluate that first half?
Yeah, I agree with Alan. The energy in the team was fantastic for the first 20, and I think they mixed up their game brilliantly. We saw a lot of runs, penetration from Sterling, from Mount, from Phillips on the other side, which I think gave the Croatians a lot of problems, and it's when you want to score. Now the game settles, you see a little bit of Modric getting some spaces. It's important now that they stay calm, but I thought there's a lot of positives in there.
I suppose the difficult thing when you're playing that press like they did early on and the energy levels required to do that, Rio, in this heat, you're going to have a breather at some point.
Yeah, and we saw that they took their breathers. It looked like they all just looked around and said, listen, we'll take our foot off the pedal. But this is about taking your moments when they come. And yeah, we've had a couple of little sniffs here, but the second half, I'm sure that we can do that. But the subs, as we said before the game, will have a huge impact in this game, I'm sure.
And most of the games we've watched so far, things have opened up in the second half. That pressing game in the first 20 minutes in particular, Alan, really caught the eye.
Well, it did, Gary. They were willing to go direct, but when they went direct, they were also picking up the second ball. But when they had to sort of sit off and then say, okay, if you're going to pass it, then they picked their moments of when to go. Not just on individually, but they went in 1s and 2s, and for a lot of the time they got success in winning the ball back. You're not going to have possession all the time when you're playing against top quality players, and you have to do this, and you have to do it as a team and do it very well. And I think England have done that. They haven't panicked when Croatia have been in possession, but they've then forced them into 1 or 2 errors. As I said, they are a good team, so there are going to be times when they do that. But Foden decides to go on this one, and then you can see the 2 or 3 backing him up. Then again, Phillips, who I think has been excellent, as many players have in there, has played his part also. So from that point of view, they've done that very well.
Individually, there have been a lot of impressive performances, Frank. Who's caught your eye mostly?
Well, I think Phillips in midfield. I think that the energy and the few clips we saw there, I think it's brave selection from Gareth in midfield. He's slightly tweaked it and played Rice slightly deeper, Phillips on the right and Mason on the left, and that then gives Phillips and Mason the chance, okay, you can jump, and you know you've got security of Rice sitting behind you, and they did that very well for the first 20 minutes or so. I
think you've had a close look at the formation, Rio, and how it's worked well for England.
Yeah, because that was a big question mark going into this game, and I think playing the 4 at the back, we questioned could it be a 3, but it's the 3 in midfield, the way they've shaped up with Declan Rice at the base of it, allowing Mount and allowing Phillips to be free, and like Frank said, pick their moments when they do jump out of that formation to go and press, and that seems to be the trigger a lot of the time. And Phillips has got the licence also when he's in there, if he's not playing as one of the 2 pivots, he's got licence now off the right hand side to run and make runs beyond Harry Kane at times, and he's been dangerous in that.
Yeah, I think it shows the thinking of Gareth in playing Trippier. He said, right, I've got these 6 players, we're going to release from midfield, and we want a little bit of security behind us, and then they've done it.
Yeah, and England did have 1 or 2 near misses in the first, particularly Phil Foden. Cracking effort. I'm not sure how it didn't go in.
That would have been. I think it might actually taken just a little deflection there, but that's been impressive how they've got him in behind them by whether a direct pass or coming from like that. But we were all 4 of us were up here, weren't we? Because his eyes must have opened up when he seen that goal. And as I said, I think it might just take a slight deflection.
I think
There you
England's
go, just onto that post. It was a very good effort.
I'm back.
There. We've seen him play inside a lot, and when you're a left footer back on the right side with his ability to cut inside, his starting position made that through ball available for Sterling, and he's in on goal.
I think England have looked the most dangerous a lot of time when the ball's been played long at times. But it's the run. The run's been asking for that ball to come in, and it transitions.
What are you lot saying?
The pace, they're scary. I mean, that technique there from Phillips, tremendous on the volley coming out of the skies.
Hi, how are
They're
you?
all positives that we're talking about from England. So Gareth in there will be telling them all of those things.
Scotland are good.
Rio, I must ask you about Tyrone Mings. He's obviously the man that's come in as a replacement for Harry Guire. He's not really put a foot wrong, has he?
He's been superb. And listen, we asked the question before, will he be able to stand up to this and this pressure? He's not played in this type of high-profile game before in his career.
Don't let it happen.
The critics, answered any critics, he's answered any questions.
We're on the same likes and dislikes.
This is what you know, he's food and drink.
Guys,
the ball getting crossed into the box, he defends his box as well as any. He loves that combat. But the thing I've liked about him, he seems he's got concentration and he's very, 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 very confident. He looks, everything he's doing here, covering the channels, covering that space, aggressive when he gets there. And when he's had to play long at times, he's done that and hasn't been ashamed of doing that. And I think that's been very good in the way that he's played.
Yeah, I think he's with Tyrone. I think he's a defender who likes to defend his box. He loves doing that.
Guys, if you're in the stream, do me a favour, hit the like button, help me out.
The one thing you have to say when the ball's arriving in the box, he finds himself in the right position and he's happy to go and compete with anything.
This is what he's done well as well here. That pass that I was on about.
So yeah, do me a favour.
Been afraid to go direct because the movement, I think, particularly down that left-hand side where maybe Mount's come short, which has enabled Sterling to run in behind. I think they've done that really well.
They have been winning signs every now and again, and he's just been
at least five of them.
Which has been fantastic, and he got fouled in the end. But it was good positioning, covering, and watching the runs, and that's when it happens. Like Frank said, intricate passing drills in front of him is when it can open up and be a problem. You've got to concentrate.
That's been a real
energy drink.
This is England. England fans at home, they'll be nervous, they'll be tense. It's goalless, and we'll all be worrying about where the threat's coming from. And Luka Modric, I mean, he's at 35. He's still such an elegant footballer, isn't he?
Well, we were waiting for him to try and get on the ball, but he couldn't because of the way he were playing, how they were pressing. But it was inevitable after 20 or 25 minutes that couldn't continue, and you sort of going deeper and deeper to try and force the play and get on the ball, and he did that. And we just saw one or two bits of top quality, just to give us a little reminder that he can still do the business out there, Frank.
Yeah, I don't think the way Croatia is set up that they can go from back to front very quickly. They haven't got an out-and-out front man. They're going to need Modric to try and link, get them up the pitch, and then they can be dangerous around our box.
Yeah, but listen, at the end of the day, this is when you get the experience can come into play. They've weathered the storm. The first 15-20 minutes was difficult for them. They've got through that. I'm sure they'll be shuffling the pack once they get in that changing room. Yeah.
Start of the second half will be very important for England. Well, we've got quite a summer of sport coming up with Wimbledon and the Olympics as well. Keep up with it all on BBC iPlayer.
Let's go. Let's look at the big picture.
Alright, cool.
I like that. Your perfect post-match binge. Streaming now on BBC iPlayer.
More live football tonight. Brazil take on Venezuela in the Copa America. That's live on iPlayer at 10 o'clock.
We might have Aiden joining.
Euros will round up the day on BBC One at 10:30. And Scotland play their first game in a major tournament since 1998 tomorrow against the Czech Republic. BBC One from
we might have Aiden joining.
And the Scots open their campaign on home turf at Hampden before heading down to Wembley on Friday to take on England. Ailey Barber as the latest.
I'm actually going to be a few minutes if you don't win this. Oh, there we go. There's the Scottish.
It is
Scottish camp.
Park, less than 24
Wait, who's that?
hours before it hosts its first
is that Che Adams?
European Championship. Some final checks.
Wait, is Che Adams Scottish?
And it's been much the same for Scotland. They had their last training session this morning at their Rockcliffe
He's
base.
Scottish.
Jumping on a flight up here, and as much as you can sense things are building down in the camp.
Since when was he Scottish?
Stadium, it takes on a whole new level. The
no,
branding,
that's
the
fake.
Buzz.
Is he actually
isn't
Scottish?
Hampden Park like we've ever seen it before. And if that isn't enough, tomorrow there will be 12,000 loud and very, very proud Tartan Army inside
is he
here.
Genuinely
The first
Scottish?
crowd of any note that we've seen in Scotland since the pandemic began.
He is.
As a Scot, to be standing here right now, it is incredibly exciting. Tomorrow is going to be
Flipping
something
hell.
else, and I just cannot wait to see the team walk out onto this immaculate
That
looking pitch.
Scotland taking Che Adams off England, that's big.
Just a couple of
Che
minutes
Adams
now
is
to the
young.
start of the second half. Let's go pitch
He's
side with Kelly
proper
Summers
young as well,
Alex Scott.
and he's got very good potential.
Yes, well, I can tell you it is still incredibly hot down here pitchside. Myself and
Flipping
Alex
hell,
situated ourselves during the first half just to the side of the England dugout. And Alex, they certainly looked hot, didn't we? We saw them offered caps. They didn't take them. They obviously wanted to make sure they looked cool on TV. What did you make of that first half? Did the heat play a part in it, do you think?
I think it did. The more the game went on, you could see we had a brilliant start, the tempo, England getting on the ball, passing, linking up, it was great. But then I think Croatia started to figure out what England were doing, where they were being dangerous. So for me in the second half, I think we can really exploit them in the channels. I think both fullbacks for Croatia are their weakest link, and we need to be able to exploit that more.
We are sitting next to the substitutes. We've seen them kind of warming up, not sure how much they want to in this heat. But would you like to see any changes or anything differently in the second half?
Yeah, I think when you look at the first half, this team have done a great job, and in the second half, you can stretch them even more and bring fresh legs on. Like
Did any of you guys watch the TikTok?
Yeah, we're sitting near the players' families, and lots of fans were enjoying it very much when Jack Grealish was warming up. Will we see him or any changes in the second half? Interestingly, Steve Holland addressed the media on Friday, and he said that he fully expects him and Gareth Southgate to utilise the five subs. So expecting plenty of changes, especially in this heat.
This morning. It was last night,
Yes,
this
I'm
morning?
sure we'll get that, Kelly. It's a very hot afternoon here at Wembley, that's for sure, and players will tire. Frank, it's the first time I've really seen you for a little while, so I've got to take the opportunity to talk to you. Obviously, the Chelsea departure, how do you look back on that now?
Well, obviously, you never want to lose a job. I'm in pretty good company at Chelsea. It happens. It's the brutal reality of football at the top level. But with reflection, I had a few months out now. It's been nice actually to spend some time out of the game, and I'm pretty proud of the job I did.
Lampard was a manager.
It was an honour to manage the club. I came in at a tough time with the ban and the loss of Eden Hazard, and worked really hard in year one to get into the Champions League. And you know, Mason and people like that developing the younger players was a huge
How many more
deal to
minutes?
me. So I'm happy. You know, you don't want to lose your job, but it was a huge experience for me.
In hindsight, would you have done
I think
things
there's
a little
maybe,
bit differently?
actually, no, yeah. Maybe like
I think
5
I'll
minutes.
probably sit down and talk to you about a lot of
Maybe
things.
like 5
That's the
minutes and then the
manager's
game
job.
should
There'll be
start
a lot
again.
of things you could do differently. As I say, we're very proud of year one. And
Before he
year
moved,
two,
I
there were
had him
different,
in
expectations,
mode
maybe
and
different
called him
complications. Every
big
team
man
had
Shane
problems this
Adams
year.
was scoring 3 goals.
We had a problem in
That's a
January, and I
Celtic.
left my job. But I can't go back and keep reflecting back on those things in a negative way. I only want to use it to look positively going forward.
You must have had real mixed emotions watching.
Wait,
the Champions
you lot, I
League,
need to
Frank.
check.
That'd be
Has the dislikes
I
been...
mean, when you work towards something, you want to be there. You want to be the manager, and I'm never going to try
Okay,
and
yes,
claim on that.
yes,
I'm part of the
you
early
lot came in
foundation
clutch.
potentially, but Thomas did a
You need to
fantastic
not
job
let the
getting-
dislikes
getting you there. But
beat the likes.
I will say when I watched it, first I'm a Chelsea
We need to
person,
not
and
let the
Chelsea
dislikes
fans are
beat the
happy and the
likes.
club deserves that. But secondly, to see Mason and Reece perform at that level, people like Mendy and Chilwell and Thiago who came in my time there, makes me pretty proud. But again, it was a great achievement by them and very well managed.
You're not going to spend too
I'm
much
actually
time with us, so
sweating.
it hasn't put you off. You are looking to get back in.
As much as I love time with all of you, I'm certainly not put off, Alan. I'm certainly not put. I love the job. I love the challenge of it. I had 2 great experiences at Derby.
Where do you
and then
think
at Chelsea,
Lampard's
and
going to
I'd
go
love
next?
to get back in
I don't know
at
where
one time in the
he'll
right
go.
moment.
Any offers so far that you're
But
prepared to tell us about?
I'm not the ones I'm prepared
I don't know
to
where
tell.
Lampard will go next.
Obviously not as good as this, because I'm here.
Yeah, I read your
It's
comments.
a busy summer, isn't it?
About
Well,
Tree.
we certainly wish you well with
Thank
that, Frank. Let's turn our attention back to the game here at Wembley. And, well, it was a goalless first half, but an entertaining one.
Ooh.
Heard all those statistics about never having won their opening game of the European Championship. To exclude losing in the penalty shootout to Germany in Euro 96, never lost a major tournament game at Wembley.
Come on, start the game. You don't want no... They've had enough breaks. No, to be fair, the footballers, they need breaks, man. They need breaks. After what happened to Ericsson, the uefa and all the governing bodies, they need to really think about how much they're playing.
Goalless
These
at
players.
half-time. Terrific first 20 minutes for England. Tailed off a little
really
bit
do.
towards the latter stages of the second half, Rio. What do you suspect he'll do differently, if anything? Because it did work well for most of
Because
that.
that stuff, if that happens in the World Cup, because the World Cup is in Qatar, isn't it? Qatar's a hot country. So if that stuff happens in the World Cup, that will...
But I think they'll be looking to get
ruin
people to make them penetrating
the whole World Cup.
with Mount and Phillips, but also Sterling and Foden. And that's again where we talked about the substitutes. Someone like a Rashford coming in, make them runs with the pace, could be a real threat and change the game.
Mount, Sterling.
I did say that. Why is Rashford not playing?
Indeed, Foden all look very dangerous at times.
As much as people say Rashford isn't a good player, or whatever, blah blah, he gets results.
Even we talk about Grealish, I think
he doesn't have to play good
the advanced number 8 role
to change the game.
as well as off the side.
He doesn't have to.
If Gareth probably feels confident,
and I'm not saying he's like Ronaldo or Messi or whatever, blah blah, but
as it stands,
he's in that kind of category where he doesn't have to play good to win a game. He doesn't. His stats prove it. His stats prove it. He's had his best season in terms of goals and assists, I think, this season. But compared to last season he played way better. But his stats and goals, and all the stats are better this season. It shows you.
100%, and he will not go gung ho.
I could not move when it was Pim versus Colombia. I was cramped because I really wanted Colombia to win.
The first team. You've got to make sure again, build momentum over the course of the group
stages. What's his name?
So you haven't got to go crazy right now.
Morelos.
Okay, well the two teams are back.
The guy that always gets red cards.
So let's rejoin our commentary team of Jermaine Genus and Guy Mowbray.
Thank you, Gary. Team's back out.
I think he plays for Rangers. Yeah, he does, isn't it?
Croatia's non-starters were out throughout the half-time interval.
You just don't like England, innit, Corrupts? You just don't like England. I see how it is. You don't want England to win.
Sanctum, hearing what words of advice he had.
I've got a pizza in the oven. I actually need to check
neither coach
if the pizza's done.
Has seen fit to make a change.
I'll check in like. Let me check now. I don't want to burn the pizza. One sec.
So it will be Croatia to get the game going again.
I'll be back.
Modric very quickly is on the ball again. 35 years old, still looks to be by far and away his country's most influential player. 3 man of the match.
No, the pizza's not done. The pizza isn't done. So
also had an excellent World Cup.
I'm back.
The pressure on Stones.
Alfredo Morelos, and he loves Nick Scott McBrown goal.
Pickford down to do something.
Yeah, I hate England. I don't mind sometimes though.
Just had to be on his toes there, Jordan Pickford, but simple enough to deal with. He's tried to clear it there. Tyrone Mings. There's no real danger. Just nicely collected by Jordan Pickford.
The statistics told us there was just one first half effort on target from either side. That was the Calvin Phillips shot.
Oh, come on, England, man.
Half cleared.
Get this dub. Get this dub. Make our lives easier.
That's the only player in the first half with a 100% pass completion rate. 18 out of 18.
He was brilliant in that first half. And it's
make our lives
the
easier.
Little bits and pieces that he's doing here, breaking up play. This is, this is what international football or European football is mainly about a lot of the time. Not allowing teams to get into their rhythm. And he's already had, what, 3 or 4 fouls, I think, in this game. Thankfully, the yellow card's not come out yet, but he does it in a cute way, where he's just kind of stopping that momentum of Croatia. Really important in that midfield.
Perisic. Offside.
Is that offside? Yeah, that's offside.
Well, maybe just look for that ball to Ivan Perisic out wide a little more often in this half, and they want to be on the ball a lot more. England will want to get Harry Kane in the game a lot more.
England, come on.
Well, he needs to find a way to get himself into the game as well as the players, to be honest with you.
Get into the game again, man. They started the game so well, and now they've kind of slowed down.
He's had a kick so far. He needs to think about making some runs in behind.
Yeah.
He's heavily marshalled and always rightly so, but you want your talisman in the game as much as you can.
Moved towards the ball there, but it was stopped from reaching him by Guardiol. Kovacic, that was a cruncher. And the referee's got the card out straight away.
Oh, red card, ref. Give him red card.
Won the ball, but he
give him a red card.
Into the tackle and in the game now, and that's always going to get a player a booking.
Who is that? Guardiol? Is that Josko Guardiol? I think his name is. It's not him that made the tackle, but that is him. He apparently
gets away from him, and he just kind of.
He's a very good young player.
His whole body into the challenge.
He's a very good young player, and he's got a lot of potential.
He's off the ground. Otherwise, it could have been much worse. But
look at this friendly fire. Kovacic trying to hurt Mount.
2 in the book for Croatia. Kovacic joining centre back Duja Chalatasar.
He used to play for Real Madrid as well. Go on YouTube and look at Alfredo on Scott Brown. It's funny, we won 4-1 and did the salt and crying in front of Scott Brown. It's crazy since 2011. Croatia player has won the Champions League. Is it? What, every year a Croatian player has won the Champions League since 2011?
Round two is trying to battle for it. Salko down the line.
Oh, go on, Mings. Yes, Mings.
Mings with something on it.
Just clear it, man. What are you doing, Stones?
It's gone out for a Croatia throw. Good pressing there.
You're an idiot. What are you doing? Just clear the ball. Put it out like.
Croatia.
Come on, man.
Between Salko
and people gassing up Stones. Oh, he's so good this season. And you do that dumb stuff.
Looks as though they've been given the instruction to press with more tempo, more wholeheartedly.
You could have just passed it out to the side instead of giving them or tried to kick it up the pitch the other way or something.
It's going to bounce Kane's way, or not quite. Vida pinched it.
I think Kane needs to stay further up front though. It seems like he's trying to football is coming home, it's coming home. Croatia sucks. Don't say that.
They picked for panic. Made a few inside the stadium do similar.
Yeah, made a few panic there. I mean, thankfully Jordan Pickford's positioning was
yeah,
really
Kane
good.
needs to stay forward more, man. He's coming too deep.
Like,
I haven't seen Kane this game. I haven't seen it. England are playing like Man United, but without the Man United players.
Alert to the situation. Good position right on the edge of his box.
Flipping out. They kind of are. A little bit. Or just... no, they're a little bit. Just not as good as United, you know? Not as good as United.
Stones.
I still don't understand why he's played Trippier at left back. Why are you playing Trippier at left back? He's a right-footed player. You don't put right-footed players... Well, defenders anyway. You don't put right-footed players on the left. You don't play right-footed players at left back. We've seen it with Brandon Williams, and look how many times he's made us concede goals. Because he's not left-footed.
Declan Rice.
Unless they have a really good left foot at the same time.
Kane tucked in.
Kane, stay at striker. Stay at striker. You don't need to be coming deep to get to the ball. Just stay at striker. Do your job.
Modric took the ball under pressure. Too much from Rice. That's going to be a Croatia free kick.
He seems to be having a little bit
of
a problem.
Oh my god, people them. Hey, people in the chat right now. In the stream. Do me a favour, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Don't let the dislikes win. Please. You know what? Actually, I'm turning off the likes and dislikes.
Sterling's managing
On
to
that.
get on the ball and Mason Mount.
This is making the stream look bad.
We need to just get a little bit more movement, maybe a bit more
Making
rotation
the stream look bad, man.
To find those spaces.
Modric quickens the pace, followed by Foden.
Yeah, it's making the stream look bad. So when people come to the stream,
Salko.
they're going to be thinking I'm some bad person or something.
Brozovic finding an angle for the pass to Guardiol.
It's coming on. It's coming. Football's coming on. It's coming on.
Salko.
Go on. All the way, all the way. Who's that? Trippier. Yeah, you're slow.
I wanted him to keep going.
Yeah, why did you not go? Like, Kane, please, just stay at striker, man. Do us a favour. Go on, Foden. Make some magic happen.
2 for company. Don't get used to that.
That's crazy. They're actually...
He already is.
They're getting 2 players to try and mark Foden.
Saw a lot of Phil Foden in the opening minutes, but not so much as the half went on, the first half.
Ivan...
Ditto, Raheem
What's that,
Sterling.
like Croatia? No, I don't want... I want England to win, man.
Kane. It's good
Go on,
strength.
Kane. Go on, Kane. What are you
Tried to fill
doing?
Sterling. Was the shot on at any point?
Go on, be selfish,
Well, if it was, I
man.
can tell you he'd have took it. Trust me.
Go on, be selfish. We don't want you to...
shot.
And
another little cheeky
no,
foul
man.
by Calvin
Be
Phillips.
selfish. Okay, I'm gonna check my pizza now because I think it's done.
There's an art to it. I'm
One
telling
sec,
you.
I will be right back.
Breaking up play. Let's get back into shape. It's really important. He's done a brilliant job of it.
Now to Saar. Modric. Vida. Unable to win it. Options left here for Croatia. Perisic waiting, Guardiola behind him. Guardiola. And Kramaric. Modric. He will unleash. Pickford's able to cushion the blow. Shots on target, and they're coming from Croatia.
Yeah, another good spell of play from Croatia. Moving the ball well, looking confident. It was a tame effort from Luka Modric in the end, but as you said, it was a shot on target.
Coming to the stage of the game when they took the lead on their last visit to Wembley in the Nations League after the World Cup of 2018. Kramaric got them in front. England came back to win 2-1, goals from Jesse Lingard and Harry Kane. That's gone out. A little bit of restlessness in the Wembley stands. And a little bit of excitement at seeing Jack Grealish trot up and down for his first warm-ups of the day.
Yeah, he'll be itching to get onto the pitch and have some form of impact on this game. There's no doubt that he will if he comes on the pitch.
It's Jack Grealish's name that is just being sung now. Rice. Fast start to the first half from England. Nothing like it in the second. Here's Phillips. Trippier. Sterling. It's all a little bit sunshine football here.
Yeah, it's difficult. I wouldn't mind seeing Phil Foden and Raheem Sterling just swapping for 5 minutes.
Decent looking ball for Phillips. Got past one, then two, then plays it into Sterling! That will do nicely!
No, you're taking a piss! No!
England in! Raheem Sterling's first major tournament goal!
Oh wait, is it just happened now? Why when I go to eat, you wanna...
Made in Yorkshire.
You're taking a mick.
Finished in his own
You're taking a mick.
by Raheem Sterling.
Well, as you said,
wait,
guys,
Sterling scored?
This
Of
all
all
came
people?
from our best player on the day, Calvin Phillips. In that attacking position, running in behind, making things happen, finds himself a yard of space. And
nice goal.
times the pass to perfection.
That's a nice goal.
It's right on the money.
1-0
Sterling. It's a great
to England.
run. Can he hit the target?
Come on, man.
He does exactly that.
Let's
Puts
go.
England 1 up in this tight game.
That's what I'm talking about.
Another one of our star performers on the day. Thoroughly deserves his goal.
Vindication for the manager's selection. England's first goal of Euro 2020 goes to
The selection paid off.
Raheem
It paid off.
Sterling, MBE. A week for taking the honours.
It's brilliant. And I was just mentioning that some form of change, maybe him or Phil Foden swapping wings, but he made a great run from that right-hand side into a centre-forward position. That's what the game's needed. It's needed
that's going off here.
somebody just to come out of the pattern.
Oh, that's so annoying. I literally
Everything's
just
been very
missed
much
the
pass it
live
5
goal,
yards,
man.
Pass it 5 yards. Outstanding.
I just
out
missed
well.
it.
Raheem went and asked a different question there. And it was an answer we all liked, wasn't it?
Wherever you may be watching around the country now, time to get back into your groups of 6. I know it may have gone a bit awry for a moment. Stones back to Pickford. Pickford to Walker. Kane.
Ian Smith is a good shot for the next England manager.
Sterling.
I don't know, you know.
He has come home.
I don't know who would be good for England. We need someone who knows how to win.
Boy from Brent.
We need someone who knows how to win. And realistically, you don't really get those managers managing national teams. Like, you're never really going to see Pep Guardiola manage, I don't know, fucking France or something. You're never going to see Mourinho manage a national team. I don't know, you just don't really see those type of managers manage national teams.
Calvin Phillips has gone from a maybe starter to...
They just have to try and go for someone who's successful with the national team, I guess.
In this game really is with the pressure these England players.
Turkey, big up Turkey, Jem, Marhaba and all of that.
Sterling.
I would say more, but I don't know how to speak Turkish fluently. I only know how to speak a little bit, like little words here and there. Auntie, hey, you are nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're nice as well.
Stones.
You know I am though. I'm hot.
Phillips. Kane.
Football's coming home.
Badgered too keenly by Brozovic. It's going to be an England free kick. Mount. It's a good tackle from Shima Vasalko. Mount straight back at him.
Get the ball to Phillips, man.
Phillips. Stones.
Make some magic happen again. I can see Foden scoring, you know. I can see Foden scoring.
That's Foden. This is Sterling. Mount. Kane coming in!
Kane! Kane!
And he couldn't keep the shot down. The referee's pointed for a corner.
Kane!
Kane collides with the post.
I mean, how?
Come on, man.
What defending this is. It's great play again. Talked about the overload. Foden getting involved, but that is a bit of defending there.
Wait.
From Chalet to start. The ball for Mason Mount. It looked like Kane was going to put England 2 up, but he just did enough to put him off.
Kane should be doing better there, though, man. He should be doing better.
He stuck against the post there, the England captain.
He should be doing better. He should have put that away. When you're world class like Kane, those are the chances that you need to score, man.
Body language, there is quite a bit of concern about that blow
I am
he's
back.
taken.
That's right. Welcome back. He's still here.
Just knocked the wind out of
Yes, Sophie.
Front of the body did strike the upright.
I hope Kane's not out, man. If he's out, that's a big blow. That is a big blow. I mean, we could put Rashford in.
That kind of presses right against your ribs. It can knock the wind out of you. But look, England looks so much better when they play that way. You know, Foden's just got to a point in this game where he's gone, you know, enough's enough here. I'm off. Here's the goal again. It's the coolness here from Calvin Phillips. I love the way he just got
that was a good finish,
glided and went, go on, Raheem, go and put us one up.
I need them to draw because I think Scotland will win the game tomorrow.
On home turf for England,
nah.
in an England shirt, wearing the number 10.
England need to win.
Massive moment for Raheem Sterling.
And if, to be honest, with Sterling, I don't think he should have started. But he's showing why he started. He's showing it. He's supporting England. Yeah, I am.
He just nearly had his first taste.
Well, it might be the bit of rejuvenation that he's been looking for.
Yeah, I mean, he's here to score goals, Harry Kane, and he thought he was about to stick one in the back of the net there, and this game's just slowly starting to open up a little bit now, and he'll know there'll be a chance there for him.
It's Brozovic.
I am
Not
supporting
enough in
them.
his bid to find Perisic. There's Phillips. Vida.
Yes, it's coming home, Lexi. You're
Guardiola.
damn right. Hopefully.
Well, Foden just left a little bit on him there. Play can continue. Although
You better
I think
come home,
Croatia
man.
want to do that. And now it
You're gonna card him. You didn't even see anything.
Card for that tackle.
How can you card him and you didn't see anything?
Of the official, I think. It's hardly a
How are
yellow
you?
card, that.
That's not a card, man.
Just caught him late. Not sure that quite warrants a yellow card, but the official on the sideline.
Grow up, man.
Signal to the referee. That he should be
Grow
given
up. That's not a yellow card. You didn't even see the incident because you didn't call it.
Southgate and Steve
You
Holland.
didn't see it, and you want to give him a yellow card.
Kane. Sterling. Little shimmy and a shuffle past Brozovic. Then he was taken out by Vassal.
Wow. Well, that's not a foul.
Quite agree with that sort of terminology, though.
I don't think it was a foul. He looks sharp, doesn't he, Raheem Sterling? Looks really sharp considering he's had a season that...
I think Scotland could actually do well, though.
He was below par.
I don't think they're as bad as people think.
Standards.
I just don't think they have many threats going forward. Defensively,
Only one goal.
they're quite good.
16 games for Manchester
They have
City.
Tierney, they have Robertson.
13,
They have that guy
17 for
that
England.
he's a fullback, but he also plays striker. I think his name's like Callum Patterson or something like that.
It's going to come out for Kovacic. Now there's a chance that is
But,
snatched at by Ante
Croatia
Rebic.
nearly scored there.
The Milan man off cue.
Well, he feels like it's a big chance, this. You know, it's a half chance. I think that
Who
Kyle
else
Walker
do
and
Scotland
John
have?
Stones do really well to get out to him to close it down.
That's a threat.
And have forced him to try and pick a corner, and he drags it horribly wide, really, in the end.
Kovacic. Brozovic has lost it. There were three who swarmed around in a pack.
Go on, Mount.
Brozovic tries to make amends and commits the foul, and England have a free kick in a very juicy place again.
Another free kick near the edge of the box for England.
Yeah, you mentioned the press. They was all over Brozovic when he got on the ball. He thought he had time. Here's the drag on Mason Mount's body. Just there, watch the left arm come around him. Just drags him down. He's given away a foul in a very dangerous position. And the one which I think this time Mason Mount will have much more interest in and probably a better chance of taking.
He was up off the floor and making that ball his in a flash. Now he's a study of focus and concentration as Croatia build their defences.
Can Man actually take free kicks though? Has he scored free kicks? I've never seen him score one. I have a feeling he's going to score.
Good try.
Ooh. Very close.
Really good attempt. It had to be perfect though.
Yeah, I was thinking goalkeeper's side. You've always got more room to get the ball up and down when you go that side. You're banking on the keeper, trying to read it. He hits it really well though. It's close, really close.
Chalata-Sar. His block on Harry Kane has kept it to 1-0. Kovacic.
I'm hot. Who scored? Sterling scored.
Chalata-Sar forced by Kane to go back to
Sterling
Livakovic.
scored for England. I'm sorry, but I hope you lot can't hear this.
To close, to press,
I need to put this on me for a bit.
just roar at the crowd a little bit. Keep that momentum, which is what England are going to do by putting Marcus.
Oh, they're
Rashford
bringing
into
on
the mix.
Rashford.
He's so good at that, Mason Mount. It's an area of his game that doesn't get the credit it really deserves.
Go on, bring on
The
Rashford.
work
He's going to
off
score a
the ball
hat-trick.
that he gives to a team. We know the qualities he has on the ball, but doesn't half work hard for your side.
I hope that's not. I hope you can't hear the fan there.
Changes in a moment. Nikola Vlasic is going to come on, and Josip Brekalo. Midfielder and a winger. Phillips. To stretch. Guardian.
There's about 20 minutes left of this game.
Rebic with the return pass, and it's bounced behind for a Croatia corner. Kyle Walker's
Were
just
they given a corner?
expressed annoyance at that decision. Coming around to 69 minutes played, and this is Croatia's first corner of the match.
They could score from
So
this.
far, successfully repelled everything that's come in from
I
wide.
think Croatia are quite good from set pieces.
And my goodness, can Luka Modric deliver a good dead ball? Little chip this time out to the edge, and it was hit pretty firmly, but never.
That was a bad cross.
By Brozovic.
Yeah.
Was he aiming for
well,
it?
delivered well. Brozovic just got on the wrong side of it. Looks like that could be the last bit of work of his afternoon.
Here come the changes.
Well, bring on
the former Everton man, Nikola Vlasic.
Oh, no, Rashford.
Brozovic on a yellow card.
Vlasic is quite good. Who does he play for again? I forgot.
And Andrej Kramaric, once of Leicester, also takes his leave with the Wolfsburg wide man Josip Brekalo on in his place. It's England's opportunity to make one alteration too. Phil Foden is out of the game. There'll be plenty more minutes for him in this tournament.
But they're taking off Foden.
Marcus Rashford comes on. And comes on to a wonderful reception.
I wouldn't have taken off Foden.
One of my man of the moment, man of the year.
Yeah, it's lovely to hear that from Marcus Rashford. Thoroughly deserved. A good afternoon's work as well for Phil Foden. I know there's more to come from him in this tournament as we just have a look at Mr. Rooney there with the family.
I saw his Instagram post about being down in London for the family for the weekend, and I didn't put two and two together.
Oh, yeah, he's an England fan today.
Come on, get another one, England. 1-0 isn't safe enough. 1-0 is not safe enough. I swear that's what happened in the World Cup.
Mings.
We were like 1-0 up, and then we let them come back.
Kane.
Go on.
Mount. Can't keep the ball in play. Croatia throw in. We've gone on about the heat a fair bit, but in the next 90 minutes, expect this to be pretty high tempo stuff.
Well, that's what England have to control. Exactly that. They've got their goal.
Rashford didn't score.
They know Croatia are going to have to open up a little bit. They're going to take more risks. You know, this is international football, and this is
no
this
Sterling.
team has got
I'm
experience
watching
within
my
it at
TV.
European
Sterling.
level. They know what it's like to go into the
Sterling
late
did
stages
score.
of games.
Raheem Sterling scored.
Slow things down.
I don't know what
keep
TV
the
you're
ball
watching.
as much as you can.
But Sterling scored.
You know, just don't let Croatia get into any form of rhythm that they enjoy.
Kovacic. Looking for Perisic with that one. It's Kyle Walker who rose to meet it. Trying to set Rashford away. There was Chaleta Sarr.
This guy said it was Rashford. I would love for it to be Rashford.
Possession, and now Modric.
I support United, so if Rashford scored, that made me happy.
Brekalo.
You must be watching a Man United game or something.
Made up by Vlasic. It's not flicked away yet. Walker kept his cool. Perisic right on his shoulder.
Yeah, what he did well here, Kyle Walker, is he just got his body
If
into
Walker
the right
messed
position.
up there,
Look at his
that's a
touch
goal
time
to
Perisic
Croatia.
the whole time. Brilliant defending, and he just takes control of the space. He knows where Perisic wants to go and win this ball. He goes, no, I'm there. Yeah, really good defending.
Jordan Pickford very much appreciated it. So did most of the fortunate 22,500 fans inside Wembley.
Red card.
Harry Kane takes a barge. Free kick for England.
It's a Harry Kane classic, this. Here comes the foul, we'll take it. Smart play, just buy a bit of time. It's exactly what I was talking about, really.
Kane dives so much.
Games, things like that.
Rashford to score next, Harry Kane assist. I can see that happening. I can definitely see it happening. Because Kane is playing so deep. He's not even playing striker.
Tyrone Mings is up there. John Stones too. It's Trippier who delivers, and Stones might get to it. It's Mings who did behind, and Sterling has blazed a big
poor.
chance.
Sterling, that is poor.
He never looked confident, did he?
That is a big chance.
It's a really good play from Tyrone.
You take it on your left foot and you miss
and he's setting himself,
like that.
Sterling.
That is poor.
Just fell to the wrong person.
You should have just passed it to someone else then.
Yeah, just lashes at it.
You should have passed it to someone else.
Phillips wins it. Kept it in before. Tapping out. Is that sportingly for Perisic? Whistle's gone anyway. John Stones is seated in the centre circle. This gives me the chance to tell you what's coming up.
What's wrong with Stones?
Football that has begun. Euro 2020 highlights tonight, BBC One, 11:15. Tomorrow, it's Scotland's turn. Scotland against the Czechs, live on BBC One, 1:15 p.m. is your afternoon treat. That's followed later on by Spain against Sweden at 7:30. Ben White's chance might be near.
I don't know why we took Ben White, honestly.
John Stones,
Not like he's a good young player with potential, but there is better options out there.
I think it's a bit of cramp he's suffering with it. So obviously
you know what I would do
for the players.
If John Stones needs to come off? I'd put Walker at centre back. I'd put Walker at centre back, then put Reece James on
Get back
at right
into
back.
exactly what I was talking about before, that rhythm.
Bring on Saka.
Hopefully that man will be
Saka would make a big impact on the game.
available and in the squad very soon.
joining in training with the rest of the 26 now.
All good signs.
Saka would be a good impact sub.
State of play from a fitness point of view, where he's at and when to use him and when he can bring him in.
It's hot, man.
Southgate was already saying that he knew his ideal starting lineup for this championship, and naturally Harry Maguire was in that. Tyrone Mings, it must be said, has done a very good job.
Yeah, I'd put Walker at centre back. And put Walker at centre back, then bring on Reece James.
Phillips, who's done arguably a better job than anybody in a white shirt.
He's been our best player, quite easily, in my opinion.
I'll be loving you in Leeds for that, Jermaine.
I'm not doing it for that reason, but he has been brilliant.
Kane is, I feel like he's just playing way too deep, man.
Yes, Kovacic.
He's playing way too deep. I don't know why he does this.
So he just started to show his angry side in the last few minutes. Might be a good thing for Croatia. Here's Perisic. Kovacic again. Modric now. Vida.
Come on, England. You got like 13 minutes to just keep this lead.
Breckelen.
They need to get another one though, because I'm telling you, 1-0 is not enough.
It's out. It will be a Croatia throw.
All it takes is one lucky chance, and Croatia make it 1-1.
No England fan will sit easy yet, not by a long way.
You don't even need to come down to.
Pulled across, and Declan Rice had stationed himself superbly.
No nonsense.
These are the moments that it's important that England keep their cool, because Croatia have kind of played their hand. They've gone with an extra body up top. Vlasic just playing almost in a hole.
Here comes another body up top, a significant one. It's Bruno Petkovic on for Ante Rebic. Physical striker.
Oh. Petkovic, I'm pretty sure he's quite tall and he's good in the air.
England's decision.
They're trying to put bodies on our defence.
Yeah, which may mean now at this time of the game that Calvin Phillips may have to drop a little bit deeper, create much more of a block between himself and Declan Rice. play more of a counter-attacking style of play, which we can do with players like Raheem Sterling and Marcus Rashford. The options are there. We've just got to make the decision, when we need it and when to use it.
I want to say nobody's sitting easy just yet.
Love it, absolutely love it.
Part of that is just joy of being back inside Wembley Stadium. 22,500 people.
That would be the perfect story, though.
Doesn't get much
if
better. Sun's out, Wembley Stadium, major tournament.
If we get to the final,
it's a beautiful thing.
We're playing the final in our own city. Croatia isn't better than England. Of course, no, Croatia isn't better than England. Croatia are better, but they're good enough to win.
Now Kovacic.
This is a tournament, isn't it? It doesn't matter if you're a better team. I mean, obviously in the group stage, in the group stages, it matters if you're the better team, whatever, blah blah. But once it gets to the knockouts, it does not matter if you're the better team. All it takes is one good game. Not even a good game sometimes. It might take, a good 20 minutes of hard work. You get a 2-0 and that's it.
Guardiol. Petkovic. Salko. Brecolo.
I think France is going to win it all. I did say it. I think it's out of France, Belgium and Portugal to win.
England a few vital more seconds to regroup.
I don't really see any other team winning. I don't see Germany winning, Spain, Italy. I don't see any of them winning. For me, France, Belgium or Portugal. Oh, we're bringing on Jude. Nah. Hey. It's Jude.
The youngest player ever at the European Championship.
He's a baller.
I think it speaks volumes about the player's maturity. That not only is here at that age, but
he's a baller.
This stage of the
I
game,
think he's like 18 as well.
10 minutes of added time on him to go. The recognition that they need a little bit more support in that area.
Well, why France? France just have, like Tempest said, they have too many players. And they have a lot of experience, yeah. They've won a World Cup already. They have the players to, they're really good. France have probably the best national team in the world right now.
16 days, end of the month.
I think it's a smart change actually from Gareth. The pace that Marcus has at the top end of the pitch.
Yeah, Kane wasn't really doing much this game, I cannot lie. He didn't really do much.
He'll be disappointed he didn't get his goal, obviously, but another body in midfield.
Kane was quiet this whole game.
The armband finally gets
yeah, there's one chance to put his mark in the game and he kind of fluffed it.
Here's Perisic. Modric is nicked away from him by Bellingham. He's making his presence felt already, and he's too quick for Modric again. That would be too strong for Rashford to get a hold of.
You can already feel that energy that he brings in that midfield, winning tackles. Phillips and Rice will be grateful to see him, because they'll be feeling the pace of the game now.
Third youngest England international behind Wayne Rooney and Theo Walcott. Through the Birmingham City system to make his debut just 38 days after his 16th birthday. And now starring for Borussia Dortmund. I do mean starring. Came against Manchester City in the Champions League earlier this year. He was exceptional.
Mbappe, Griezmann, Benzema, Giroud. Really good. Not even that. They have Kante, they have Pogba, they have great defenders in like Varane, Lenglet.
Did exactly that.
They have Ferland, Mendy. I don't even think Theo Hernandez is there.
Key now in these latter stages.
The Wales supporters were incredibly nervous in the last few minutes of their opening game yesterday in Baku against Switzerland. It was at 1-1. I'm sure that every England supporter will be feeling similar sort of feelings now.
Nah.
Especially remembering 5 years ago in Marseille, 1-0 up against Russia because of Eric Dyer's blockbuster. Only the 1 point at the end of it. Mario Pasalic, the latest Croatian, getting ready for his tournament to start. Modric. Modric wins it. And is fouled by Calvin Phillips. He's everywhere.
I actually don't think his was the foul. I think it was before Calvin Phillips. I think the foul was there from Bellingham. Yeah, I think he's got enough of the ball there, Calvin Phillips.
Kovacic is off, who is a Chelsea regular, and Pasalic comes on, who never got to be a Chelsea regular.
Pasalic is playing now.
Pretty well in 3 years at Atalanta, though. No defending for England to do before the end of this.
Took a really high line.
Modric on the ball.
5 minutes left, man. England, hold on to this lead. Hold on.
Galatasaray attacking it. The referee has decided that there was enough holding on to
Do a
shoulders.
late one, Croatia, please. No, don't do a late one.
Impede the England defenders to give a free kick for England.
I think England has the win against
Galatasaray's
Croatia.
got plenty to say to Carl
I hope
Walker
so,
about
man.
it.
I think John Stones
I hope so.
just deals with him in the end. I think it comes off John Stones' head, I'm not sure. He heads it.
Stones has a hold of his shirt too. It's always two sides to the argument. When
Come
they
on,
happen.
5 minutes,
It's a
man.
nightmare those free kicks to deal with when you're defending, because you've got such a high line. You know there's a lot of space for that ball to get whipped into, and you're thinking it's like cat and
All we
mouse.
need to
Who's
do
first to
is
drop
get
into the
one more
space. If
goal.
you drop too early, then you're not catching players offside.
And this win is ours, man.
You can see why it gets a bit frantic in those moments.
It's gone straight out from Jordan Pickford.
It's coming on. Where did that even start from? Obviously, I know it was the World Cup, but like, was that a thing before the last World Cup?
Bellingham.
Oh, that's too far.
Rashford giving chase. Galatasaray safely back.
Rashford
to
is fast,
Ivanovic.
not that fast. Who is it that said Kane was going to get the assist? And yeah, Devers. Yeah, you lost, mate. You lost. Kane can't get no assist anymore. It's coming. Football's coming home.
Brekalo wins Croatia a throw-in.
It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming.
Brekalo once more. Sterling trying to see it out, and it has now crossed the line for a goal kick.
Yes, Sterling.
We've just made a
Big body.
point to Jordan Pickford that he will be looking at his watch now.
An argument to say this is Sterling's best game he's had all season today. What a time to do it.
It actually is. This is Sterling's best game all season.
Really happy out there in an England shirt today, he has.
How long left? There's literally
Scoring
about
in the 2014 World
maybe
Cup.
3 minutes left.
Same at Euro 2016, 6 games.
Oh wait, I didn't even reset the ticker, did I?
Chopin at the last World Cup, and now on day one, he's got what stands
Wait.
to be the winner. A little bit of
Is
time
the
to
ticker
go
working?
yet. Let's hope that Jude Bellingham and Dominic Vida are okay here. That was quite a hefty collision.
You can see when he flicks it on Vida.
If Croatia gets a late one,
It's Bellingham right
the
in back
intense
of the net.
level in the stadium will be insane. Yeah, it will. Everyone will go crazy.
Medical staff doing exactly what they should be doing, which is assessing the players,
So,
seeing how they are at that point.
And they are the real heroes, as we saw yesterday.
There you go. I'll put it back on your screen as well.
Final big efforts.
I forgot that it does
there in
that.
conversation with Mason Mount.
Are they having a water break? Why would you have a water break in like the 90th minute, basically?
A big part in Newcastle's rise away from trouble under Steve Bruce in the latter part of the season that we've just enjoyed.
I think it's brilliant from Gareth Southgate's point of view. You know, he surrounds himself with top quality coaches, all ideas, and what we see on the pitch today will be a conversation of those ideas and how they see the game planning out. And to have the best people around you it makes sense.
A smart idea.
Mason Mount.
I don't know who that was, but they tried to hit over the top.
Goal kick with time running out for them.
Tried to hit over the top while Croatia was sleeping, but it was hit too hard.
The next two games are in Glasgow. Czech Republic at Hampden next Friday, then it's Scotland a week on Tuesday. Charletta-Sark. Now Vida. Vasalko. 90 minutes are up.
Kane did not do too much this game. Yeah, Kane was pretty poor this game. He was trying to he was coming too deep.
Getting in behind Walker, but nobody is waiting in a black Croatia shirt.
He was playing too deep.
Jordan Pickford will wait
actually have an effect.
Second before diving on the ball.
Playing way too deep. He was coming down in the midfield to come and collect the ball and try and play. It was too much, man. He needed to stay up top.
The ball today, but defensively he's been solid. Right place, right time.
And he had a chance to score. Actually, he had the chance to score. And he fluffed it.
Today.
They're bringing on DCL.
Bellingham. Rashford. It's Trippier. Sterling can't get involved, and nobody in an England shirt will. It'll be behind for a goal kick. And England can now.
Who they bringing off?
Substitution, and Raheem Sterling will make way.
Oh, Sterling's off.
A wonderful afternoon he's had.
Yep, he's been brilliant from minute one, Raheem Sterling. A bit of a telling off from the referee as he passes around the armband again, but really good start to his tournament.
How many minutes left? Have they said how many minutes are left? Because right now we're on the 91st minute. But no one said. Oh, +4, okay. So we've got 2 minutes left. 2.5 minutes.
Mings. Petkovic was putting him under pressure. Pickford will get that as far away as he can. Calvert-Lewin proves his worth in the air. Modric.
Kind of funny how they scored. No, I wasn't in the toilet. I was getting my piece out of the oven, and literally just as I've come back in the room, they scored. It was so annoying, man.
2 minutes to go. England 1, Croatia 0.
I had to watch the replay. Like when I came back from getting my pizza, they were literally they just started. Maybe not just started. They were in the middle of their celebration. A minute and a half left.
Towards Petkovic, and Pickford comes together.
Croatia got very close. They got very close to scoring.
Just adding some calm there to proceedings.
Calm isn't a word we used to associate with the Everton keeper. Do you think he has matured, grown up the last 2-3 years?
I think in an England shirt he has. Definitely. I think that Gareth trusts him. There's question marks over him on a weekly basis whether he should be England's #1, but in an England shirt he seems to be able to deliver and carry that, that #1 jersey, which has been tough for goalkeepers over the years.
There's less than a minute left.
I'm sure he doesn't do anything dodgy with it. That'll do actually in the circumstances.
Less than a minute left.
Throw in for Croatia.
And we take the 3 points. Come on, man. Come on.
With can get over the line and win this.
To be fair, this is a good start from England, man. This is a very good start.
Like he's got the balance
to beat the team that knocked us out of the World Cup is a good start. And we're not even full strength right now. This team hasn't played much together. Henderson is just coming back from injury. Maguire's coming back from injury. This isn't even full strength. And that's not me saying, oh, we're going to do amazing.
You know what the press say.
But
we're going to each game knowing the best way.
They've done what they had to do. They've done what they had to do. 94th minute, they're going to blow any second.
And I think today's been a good example of that. And how much Gareth Southgate is growing.
Ref, blow the whistle.
So throwing for Croatia. We have
blow the whistle, ref.
4 minutes of minimum added time that were indicated.
Ref, blow the whistle.
Time. Hurled into the mix. And the shot is over the top.
Blow it.
That will do
Game over. Yes, man.
It's only the first step.
Come on.
A hugely significant step. As England win
1-0
at the Euros for the very first time.
You can't really say much.
Calvin
you can't
Phillips
say much.
Was excellent throughout. He made the goal.
You can't say much. I mean, they've done what they had to do. They got the win. Even though they didn't play well for the whole game, they played well enough to get the win. It's a good statement game. And like I said, considering we don't have Harry Maguire back yet, Henderson's coming back as well, who are both very good in terms of the England team. Yeah.
Has scored a great start.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go and relax. I'm gonna go and chill for a bit.
In this tournament, and
I will be back. I'll probably be back during the week to live stream some more big games and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
there was plenty of positives.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you smash the like button, if you haven't smashed the like button, please do me a favour, smash that like button for me. Help me out.
They set the tone of the game.
And I'll be back. If you're new, subscribe as well. Comment down below your thoughts on the games, who's going to win. And I will be back during the week for some more live streams. So
all of those decisions have worked for him today. So well done, Gareth, and well done, England.
Frank, your thoughts on that performance from